What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Saturday morning episode of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt. To follow me on Twitter, we are here early, really early. More on that in a second. This podcast being brought to you by BetMGM. The offer for you guys who are new users, a $1,000 first bet offer with the promo code JUICE at sign up at betmgm.com. New users, $1,000 first bet offer, promo code JUICE. Okay. This is an early podcast. We're not normally here this early. We're here this early because I'm taking my daughter to the Taylor Swift concert here in Vegas tonight. And so it's 3 o'clock Pacific time. I have no idea. The games haven't even tipped off yet tonight for the Sweet 16. So I don't know how we did. Really well? Not well? I don't know. But the concert starts here in a couple of hours. We're heading on down to to Allegiant Stadium to go watch it. And there was no way I was going to be able to do a podcast after having my brain rattled for 3.5+ hours at Taylor Swift. So I'm taping this now. I've got 2 bets in the NCAA tournament. One's a hedge, one's a play, and then I am going to give you an NHL bet that I like. Now, there may be something I'm going to add in the Discord channel. You guys should be in there. bettingpros.com/chat or the link underneath me here on YouTube. Because I might add something. It's a big slate in the NHL. I got 1 bet that I've made so far, but I'll probably have more going, just given the size of the slate for hockey. So stay tuned for that coming up a little bit later on. But say you really want to bet an NBA prop today. Well, the NBA prop bet cheat sheet's a really cool way to do that. And how you can see the Betting Pros prop bet cheat sheet is with Betting Pros Premium. Now, we are doing a contest to give away a free year of this. If you subscribe to this Betting Pros YouTube channel, like and comment underneath here, and when you do, you could win the free upgrade to Betting Pros Premium at the end of the month. Whether you're looking for access to exclusive picks, top-rated player props, or custom analysis of the way your betting performance is going, Betting Pros Premium has the tools to help you cash more bets. It's that simple. Don't want to wait for the giveaway, however, at the end of the month. You can sign up today at bettingpros.com/upgrade and start betting smarter, not harder. Okay, so I don't know how we did, so I can't tell you about the record. All I'm going to do is jump right in here to the basketball games happening in the Elite Eight happening on Saturday. And let's start with Connecticut in Gonzaga here in Las Vegas. It is a late night game here. Both these games are night games, but this is the game of the day. Connecticut in Gonzaga. Here's what we are doing. If Gonzaga wins this game, we win 3.6 units. Now, personally, I've been hedging off of this, but I haven't done anything officially. This is an official hedge, okay? So Gonzaga, if they win, just money line, they're 2-point dogs, we win 3.6 units as Gonzaga at plus 360. They win the West region, okay? So because of that, and there is a scenario in which I get burned here, okay? If UConn would win by 1, I'm in trouble. But I'm going to lay the 2 points here with UConn, and it's a hedge. Now, UConn is 24-11-1 to the number this year. Way better than Gonzaga. Gonzaga's 14-20-1, but that's because of what's happened in the West Coast Conference with their numbers being so inflated. KenPom, if you care about KenPom's projections as to what KenPom thinks how this game is going to go, they have it as a 3-point win for Connecticut. They have Connecticut winning and covering. It's going to be a very popular pick, given what UConn did to Arkansas and how hard Gonzaga got pushed by UCLA. And there's a very good case for UConn to win this game, because there's a very good case for UConn to be a legitimate national championship contender. They could win the whole thing just given where they are defensively and offensively. This is the number 1 ranked offense up against the number 13th ranked efficient defense. Strength on strength. The difference is probably UConn's offense against Gonzaga's defense, which at times has been poor. UCLA had long stretches where they were not seeing any resistance whatsoever from this Gonzaga defense. They were bad, and they turned the ball over a ton in the first half against UCLA. UConn's offense is 3rd in efficiency, 29th in effective field goal percentage. Gonzaga's defense on effective field goal percentage is 235th. That is not great. Offensive rebounding, 2nd best in the entire country. UConn's Twin Towers are a problem for anybody and will be a problem for Timmy. If they get Timmy in foul trouble, it's lights out. All right. That is the quickest way to end Gonzaga's run is for Timmy to get into foul trouble. And it could happen with both big men going really after him hard. And the guards are going to have to play much better. Drew Timme isn't going for 35 points today. Okay. He's just not. But Sanogo is so dangerous, so tough, 6'9", big body dude. It's going to be a problem. They got guys off the bench, freshmen that have played really well in big minutes as well. Tough matchup for Gonzaga. I hope they win because we win 3.6 units. I'm going to lay the 2 points with UConn at 1.1 units to hedge back off of it. And so we either are flat on that, we win a unit and we lose a unit, so we're flat. And you could even bet more if you want, okay? But I've already bet UCLA. I hedged with UCLA. So I took plus 135 for a unit on the UCLA game. So because of that, I don't want to bet more, but let's say you didn't do that and you rode Gonzaga through UCLA, you could bet literally 1.5 units, even 2 units if you want, coming back on this just to guarantee yourself profit. That's if you have the Gonzaga ticket, you can play off of it. You can guarantee yourself. I'm just going to guarantee that I don't lose because either I'm going to lose 2 units to win 3.6 or I will be flat as I'll come back and win 1 unit to cover that one. I'll technically be down the head, so I will have lost money on it technically personally, but not officially. So I will in-game like crazy because of that. So in-game betting has been huge for me here in this tournament, will be huge in this basketball game as well, trying to make a unit to cover in case I get this wrong. But officially, we're either going to win a unit to cover the loss on Gonzaga, or we're going to lose, or we're going to win 2.6 units with Gonzaga winning, or 2.5 units with Gonzaga winning the West. UConn -2, 1.1 units down on that officially here for this Elite Eight matchup. Game number 2, it's going to be a fun one. Florida Atlantic and Kansas State. Noel is such a player. He's so good. Florida Atlantic, I've been wrong all over the place with Florida Atlantic, and I'm probably going to be wrong here again. I just can't get past Florida Atlantic. Their 3-point shot is a huge weapon. Their defense is so tough to figure out. Their defense is so difficult to contain and to battle with. I think we're going to be in for a really fun basketball game, but I don't think it's going to be all that high scoring. I mean, Florida Atlantic, this is a team that wants to shut you down in the tournament. They've been an under machine. In their conference tournament and the NCAA tournament, every game but one has gone under. Against Tennessee, went under by 12 points. I want to take K-State, okay? I want to lay the points with K-State, but I'm so wrong, and I've been so wrong about Kansas State. I'm going to lay the 2 points. I've been so wrong about FAU, rather. I'm going to lay the 2 points personally, but I just think that if I'm wrong and K-State winds up losing this game is going to go under. And this is a top 30 defense up against a top 35 offense. It's a top 26th in efficiency for offense, 27th in defense for Kansas State. Effective field goal percentage, 25th to 60th for K-State's defense. K-State's offense is 83rd. In 13th for FAU. The big problem is Noel's an ankle, okay? And that thing probably swelled up like a balloon. How effective is he going to be after injuring it really badly in the last game? That's the one reason why I can't take Kansas State officially, but I can take the under because if he can't go, their offense is not going to be effective at all. The guy had 20 assists in the last game. I just think the under is a good play here in this game, and I know there's not a ton of data that says go ahead and bet the under, except that we've seen unders be really prevalent here. It's 144.5 from a total perspective. I know that's a low total, and I mean, I hate to say this, but I mean, because I think it's, Ken Palm's number is at 147 for this game. I just think if Noel's ankle is a problem, this game's going to go under, and if it's a problem, FAU is probably going to win as well. I'm going to lay the under. 1.1 units down on Florida Atlantic and Kansas State, even though the numbers tend to say 17-1 FAU. They're flat there. Kansas State 19-16 to the over. Last 3 games have all gone over. Last game, because of the Michigan State game going to overtime, went way over by 53 points. But the 2 previous games at 142 and 139.5 went over by 2 and 2.5 points. I think it's more of a return to that type of game. I think it's a grinder of a basketball game. K-State, I'm going to lay the 2 points with K-State personally, but officially, I'm going to bet the under 144.5 for Florida Atlantic and Kansas State. Now, one bet in hockey to tell you about. The Vancouver Canucks are on the road at the Dallas Stars. Vancouver on the year is 25-9-1 to the over on the road. They have slowed down dramatically of late, okay? They're not scoring nearly as much, but they're still 6-4 to the over on the road. Dallas at home. Dallas at home is a very good team, 18-9-9. Dallas is 17-2 at home, flat to the over. So you got to look at what's been happening recently for them at home. 5-4 3-2 so far in this homestand. But in the 2 games they've played against Vancouver this year, 5-4 5-2. The total is 6 in this game, juiced to the over at -120. And I can't resist this. I just can't resist the number with Vancouver, with the way they've been playing, on the road, to not lay the over for 6. It's too tantalizing. On the road recently, on that whole last road trip, every game went under. 2-1, 3-2, 3-2, okay? They had a long homestand in which most of the games went over, but they played Dallas 5-4, went over. Against the Blues, 3-2, but the Predators, 5-4, it went over. Islanders 5-2 went over. Islanders 6-5 went over. Rangers 4-3. Devils 5-4. Okay, so I know that recently they've been an under team, but I think the numbers that could have been just a little blip anomaly on that last West Coast road trip with the Ducks, Kings, and Coyotes. Vancouver's been playing really well, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense as to why they're playing so hard. I mean, they're playing themselves right out of the high draft picks. And maybe that's what they want. They weren't going to be in the Bedard sweepstakes at all. But, I mean, they're 8-2 over their last 10 games, mostly because they're scoring. Dallas is really good at home. Dallas scores. Over 6. Vancouver and Dallas for 1.2 units. We're going to jump in on that coming up here for Saturday. All right? So, we're going with the Yukon -2 hedge on the Gonzaga future. We're taking the under 144.5 for Florida Atlantic and Kansas State, that game in MSG in New York, and taking the over 6 goals for Dallas and Vancouver here on a Saturday. Again, if there's anything that I'm going to add, I'll do it in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to jump in. I apologize for this thing coming out so early, but had to be done. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Every single morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast being brought to you by BetMGM.